Greetings, Comrade General. I am Lin Zhang, your senior intelligence officer. Today, as we claim our rightful place among the world's leading nations, your troops will provide security for the glorious display of our military strength. The People's Army will not tire in our pursuit of the terrorist enemy.
The package has been secured and will arrive as planned. Proceed with attack.
For the cause! Attack! All units return fire!
Group 3, get them down there!
There are too many of them! We must retreat! Their attack is faltering! Victory is ours!
The GLA hope to deter us with their cowardly attack.
Adjusting
We will now
gas
strike back
Come
and
on,
destroy the
approaching.
GLA.
We are moving.
Make them
Fire.
pay, General.
Right, so our goal of protecting the military parade failed spectacularly. So yeah, this is the China campaign.
Everything ready here.
First things first, let's spend our command points, or general points, or ability points, or whatever the game calls them. Basically this game has a new mechanic in that you can spend these points which you gain from killing enemy units and destroying enemy buildings. And you can buy either special units which are more powerful than the regular ones, or special abilities like this one. This is basically a repair ability. I think I'm gonna show it off later. But basically, you select an area and all the vehicles get a slight repair boost. So yeah, these are some of our Chinese units, our basic Chinese units. We have the Dragon Tank or Flame Tank. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's not very good except for its one gimmick thing, which we'll see later. The other thing is our Battle Master tanks. They're pretty much box standard, except they
General, keep your forces back. A fire strike is on the way.
they have the same ability as many of the Chinese units, in that they get a bonus if there's 5 or more of them in a group, which is about what that red star denotes.
If I remember correctly, the Chinese side is very tank heavy.
Yeah, the infantry, well, it's not that great.
Destroy the weapon stockpile.
I forgot what they're called actually, the Red Guard, I think?
That sounds, I think that's what they call it in the cutscene, yeah.
Yeah, so here I'm showing off an alternate route. You can actually take the back way straight to the objective, but I want to show off the special ability of the flame tanks, so I go the hard way. And yeah, the Red Guard were really not that great,
Armor battalion, advance!
but infantry in this game is generally not that good unless you can garrison them in a building, because of the whole how easy it is to crush them with vehicles. All it takes is one technical and there goes like 50 Red Guards.
Adjusting gas valves.
Right here, I have China.
And yeah, so that building was occupied by infantry, and now it's not anymore. because flame tanks have the ability that they shoot an occupied building once and everyone inside dies instantly.
We are the Red Guard.
Very useful.
Yeah, although it's part of a reason why infantry just isn't that good in this game, I find. Because you have all these units that can just come along and one-shot like 10 infantry, because you had the audacity of garrisoning them in the building.
Right.
Paying attention. Yes, sir.
So yeah, these GLA guys, their whole thing is that their units are pretty fast, but not that durable, so we pretty much just roll over them.
Yeah, the idea behind the army is they kind of cobble everything together, which you can see in their technicals. They all have different.
Yeah, technicals.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see in the technicals that they have different models. One was a minivan, one was a truck, one was a Jeep.
Yeah.
We are
And that
victorious.
was like the worst nuclear explosion ever.
Mm-hmm. And it's eking out an orange cloud.
Yeah,
Very
so
dangerous.
I don't think the Chinese HQ thought that order through.
General, an active GLA cell has been unmasked in Hong Kong. We suspect the terrorists have targeted buildings in the commercial center. The cell must be crushed and its members eradicated. Strike hard, General, and without mercy.
We're lucky to be alive. They will regret this.
General, the terrorists have taken over the convention center. You are going to have to destroy it and the attached parking structures to stop the terrorist threat.
The bridge is gone. China has
General,
been
that's all that's
generous.
left of the assault force. We need to build a command center and a radar
Very
dish.
good plan, General.
Like, did it just go,
Building our base on
damn, I bet this is gonna drive property prices really low.
enemy tanks out there.
It's a
For the Red Army, carrying out
little
China's rocket soldier.
poverty town popped up around the convention center.
Just,
Tank under here.
a bunch of Syrian refugees showed up one day.
Right here. Battlemaster tank reporting.
Topical
Yep.
humor. So, yeah, let's talk about the resource gathering a bit. We have these supply centers, and they build trucks, and these trucks go out and collect crates, which are just randomly lying around for no reason. This is actually one of the probably one of the things that are still the most similar to traditional CNCs, because fundamentally it's not much different from other resource gathering mechanics like Dior and Red Alert.
China has been
Yeah. I did like, this is actually one of the changes they made to the game that I liked the most, was how each faction gathered resources in a different way and at a different rate. I don't know how balanced that was. I didn't do a lot of multiplayer, but it did seem like a cool flavor change for me.
Yeah. Also, one thing I want to mention, because I totally forgot about it when I first replayed this game after God knows how many years, is you actually still need to build a radar. Like, you need to buy an upgrade for a command center.
Hmm.
Otherwise you don't get a mini-map.
I have many bullets to spare.
And here's our new unit, the Gatling tank. It's one of the best Chinese units at this level anyway. Its whole gimmick is that it starts out firing slowly, but then it spins up, and also retarded pathfinding in action right there. Yeah, so they start out firing slowly, and then they spin up, and they can get ridiculously high damage against infantry and light vehicles.
I'm sorry, are those trees' trunks made out of rubber or what? They're just bouncing around everywhere.
There's like 40 miles per hour wind
Yeah,
speed right
must
there.
be.
Train coming! Get off the track!
It's a good thing he warns people about it, otherwise they would just be lingering on there, just hanging around on the tracks.
Sitting on the tracks.
Yeah, and this is one of the gimmicks for this mission. The train will come in and spawn a bunch of these guys. It's not that useful, honestly,
Let's build.
Yeah,
because mainly you just want to build tanks,
pretty much.
specifically Gatling tanks.
That's a good choice.
Keep the cylinders oiled!
Unfortunately, we're not one of the Chinese units that get the Horde bonus.
General, the GLA have sent in their toxin tractors. They fire a toxic green ooze. Keep your infantry away from them and use your tanks to deal with this new threat.
And another thing that negates infantry.
Yeah, that's the equivalent of the flame tank or a GLA. One shot clears out an entire building. And you could see me buy an upgrade in the barracks there. That's the capture upgrade. If you buy that, your Red Guard gains the ability to capture enemy and certain neutral structures. I'll show it off later. But yeah, just wanted to point it out now, because it's kind of an interesting design decision that you actually have to buy an upgrade for that. It seems like something that will come out of the box.
Yeah, that was one of the things, now that you mention it, I remember being confused about when I heard about the game before it came out, that they took the engineers out of Command & Conquer, which I thought was such a staple unit to the series that it was crazy that they'd take them out.
Yeah, it makes sense if you think of this as really not a CNC and just another RTS game they developed from scratch. As in, a game that was developed by the people who made CNC rather than a CNC game.
Right. Now, you said not every unit gets the Horde bonus?
Yeah, the Gatling tanks don't get one. I think it's only the Battle Masters, and also those car bombs are really annoying.
Yeah.
They're one of the reasons why you want lots of Gatling tanks this mission, because they just murder those things. And yeah, I think it's just the Battle Master, the Red Guard, and maybe another unit or two? I'm not sure. But yeah, it's actually not as big of a deal as you might think. Especially since the Red Guard is basically useless. Also, here's the new ability, the Artillery Strike. It's, well, basically just a bunch of off-map artillery. And those suicide bombers are also annoying. Not as annoying as car bombs, but still.
They're a lot easier to kill before they get to you.
Yeah.
Tickets into high gear. Gun barrels.
Also, those tanks give no fucks about civilians. We'll just run over them.
Moving to new area. Yes, General.
Yeah, one of the reasons why I wasn't a huge fan of the GLA in this game is because I'm not big on suicide units. To build a unit and then have it die and get one attack in was not a really. I didn't play the game that way, so
Yeah.
the huge focus on it in the GLA kind of.
Move those barrels. Okay.
Yeah, so here's the other gimmick. As long as these convention center buildings are alive, they'll spawn car bombs and GLA units. So naturally you want to destroy them as soon as possible before you get like a billion car bombs just driving straight at you.
Right.
Keep the cylinders oiled. Of course. Defenders of peace.
And here I remembered to show off the capture mechanic.
Which is like they even changed the capture mechanic from the other CNC games.
Right here. Attack! We will prevail.
Yeah, instead of the whole sending an engineer thing, and sending an engineer to enter the building thing, it just you just send an infantry to capture it, and he just kneels over and the building starts blinking. I think I show it off later in the next mission, but yeah, it's completely different.
They get a little flag and the flag goes down its flagpole, and yeah, it's basically you have a timer, and if you don't kill the infantry before the timer expires, it captures the building.
Yeah. So all we have to do for this mission is actually destroy the convention center. The other GLA buildings are irrelevant. And that technical just gave up.
The terrorist threat is finished. Good work.
We'll destroy the convention center. Guess I'll just give up.
Until when they still had that parking structure, they still had a chance.